So today, Candace made a brand new update on the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively case, and it involves Taylor Swift. So what is being said is that Taylor Swift is trying to get herself from being subpoenaed. As you know, Baldoni's lawyer said that the case is going to start as long as they get all the persons involved, meaning he was working on a list of persons to get involved in the case. So let's take a look at what Candace has said.
All right, guys, so I have to say that Taylor Swift's team alleging that she did not cast Lily Bloom and she doesn't know why Blake would have told young Lily Bloom that, actress Isabella Ferrer, didn't see that one coming. Or is Taylor Swift lying? Is she just trying to get out of this and wiggle her way out so she doesn't have to be deposed? I think it might be the latter. Anyways,
basically, Taylor Swift's PR team spoke to TMZ and they're like, hey, by the way, Taylor has realized that Blake has been using her name to the point where Blake even told the actor that act as younger Lily Bloom, that, hey, Taylor Swift was the reason why you were picked. So Taylor is like, hey, Blake has been using my name because, as you know, Blake called her one of her dragons and she's Khaleesi, and Taylor Swift is now having it. Taylor Swift called off their friendship, and now Taylor Swift is out here having her PR team go to newspapers and letting them know, and magazines, and letting them know that she is using my name and she's lying. I had nothing to do with the casting. But however, we have proof to say otherwise. So Candace Owens found proof to prove otherwise. I'm going to watch that now.
And we had lookalikes submit who had never acted before. And then I found Isabella, our wonderful casting director, sent me her tape, and I watched it. And I remember asking, did she put that mole there in that place? And if you look at her at the right angle, it's a spitting image more than just the resemblance. She is a phenomenal actress, and this was her first film.
Well, she told me Taylor Swift helped her get the role, like signed off on her audition tape.
I had I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor, and they were both like, yes, her. And that's a true story.
So as you can see from that video, Justin Baldoni kind of said that he showed the audition video of the younger Lily Bloom to both Blake and Taylor Swift, and they both agreed to it. So in a sense, she didn't outright say, hey, I have a girl, but she was involved in the process. Now, what Candace Owens is saying is that the reason why she's coming out with these things and saying, hey, I'm not involved, take me out of the friend group, take me out of the group chat, is because she doesn't want to be involved in the case overall. Now, we are going to watch a clip that Candace recently posted to her Instagram after the live that was held today on the entire situation.
it means I was right about what I said on the show today. Taylor Swift is definitively panicked about the potential for a deposition or a subpoena, because I think it may lift the lid and show us a little bit more about who Taylor Swift actually is behind the scenes, as opposed to just her curated image. And Blake Lively is probably okay with her doing this to some degree, because she would similarly be humiliated if she is the reason that Taylor Swift suddenly gets a bunch of blowback, given her fandom and the fact that she's the godmother to her children. So, yeah, there we go. We'll see what happens next. You hear today's episode if you want more deets on that.
Now, from the clip, you can see where Candace is saying maybe Blake is okay with what Taylor is doing. We don't know. We honestly don't know, because as far as we know, Taylor is like, listen, we are pausing our friendship right now. We're no longer friends. But you see that Candace is saying maybe Blake is okay with Taylor protecting herself, basically, and just taking herself out of the group chat. But in a along with that, it is kind of weird that Taylor did not come out and defend her at any point, because like I told you guys, there was a Stand With Blake campaign going on Instagram. Persons were just talking about how great she is and how much they love her. And during no point when Blake Lively was talking about her experience with working on It Ends With Us and with Baldoni and the producer and all of that, during no time did Taylor Swift, who is supposedly her best friend and godparents to kids, all of that, during no time she stood up for her friend and say, hey, like, I stand with my friend, I know what she's going through. And the main reason for this is because the fact that maybe Blake Lively, or it has proven to show that Blake Lively is exaggerating or even lying allegedly of things that she said, because as you know, Mr. Baldoni has proof for everything, every text message he saved, every video clip. If you watched my video about the video clip that was released by Baldoni where she was saying that she was uncomfortable, and the intimacy coordinator who then watched it was like, oh, she's uncomfortable for sure. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch that clip. And the thing is, she did not realize that the producer, or Baldoni, told the producer to actually save that clip and video. It was not in the movie, but he could prove that he was not doing anything to her. They actually had a discussion about the entire scene, and she was not being kissed unknowingly. It was all in the script. But if they are such good friends, best friends, they've been all over last year during going to Taylor Swift's boyfriend's game, all of that, you would expect your friend to be on your side. You'd expect Taylor Swift, who is a godmother to your children, to come out and be on your side, and instead she's doing the opposite. This is not looking good for Blake Lively, because if someone who said that they're my best friend, who says that they're my best friend, is going to step away during the time that I need them the most and stand by my side and be my support, is not even doing that, even with the influence that she has, it's not looking good on you. It's not looking good to the jurors, as much as how they're like, oh, don't give out any other public information because we don't want to potentially influence jurors if we do take this case to court. It does not look good, because if I was completely like unaware of this entire case and everything that we found out that was public, that was made public in the defense of Baldoni's and his team's name and the production team name in their defense, if I was on that team and then I was told, oh, by the way, Taylor Swift is her best friend, and during this time she released a public statement saying, hey, we're not friends currently, and then she went and released another statement, which is today, and state that, by the way, she's lying, I was not involved. I'm going to be looking at you sideways. I'm looking at you sideways, Blake. Are you lying? Because your friend is supposed to be standing 10 toes down and on your side defending you. This case potentially be the end of the Blake Lively ex-Taylor Swift best friend friendship. We don't know. We're just here to see. I can't wait to see what news released tomorrow based on what was released today. But I'll definitely keep you updated, guys. So see you then.